Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. So normally I talk about fragrances, but today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite skincare products. The reason being is I've had quite a few people comment on my skin, comment on the glowiness and all of that. So I want to share some products that really work well for me. A little bit of background, I'm 52 and so I'm kind of aging and starting to need something a little bit more. Not that I'm using it, but I'm going to share with you what's working for me, what I've been using for quite a long time. And also one hair product that's really helped me. I had COVID, lost a whole whack of hair, a ridiculous amount of hair just was falling out. So I've got a hair product for thinning hair. But yeah, I want to talk to you about the tips and tricks that I have in making my skin look really glowy. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. I would love to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. So I brought you in a little bit closer so you could see my skin. Now, before I even talk products, I want to talk about filming. Because you who watch at home, you see all these women on screen. They've got a full face of makeup, they've prepped, they've maybe done a lot of things, but beyond that, they have what's called a ring light. So maybe you're all more familiar now because they are more popular with Zoom. During COVID, a lot of people got ring lights just for their meetings and whatnot. But a ring light is light that kind of is like this around, and what it does is it just casts a really beautiful kind of glow, a flattering light on the skin. So naturally, skin is going to look its best with a camera setup. The lighting is just right. It gets rid of shadows. My ring light is very small, so mine is probably the least optimal, and yet it still creates kind of a daylight feel, which is the most optimal for like kind of masking wrinkles and that sort of thing. The other thing is, I don't use this, but many women actually use filters on their videos. So I want you guys to know that, because you might think, wow, they look so amazing, they look perfect, I wish I could look that way. And actually they don't. They're actually, they 100% look like real women, but they've just put filters on. So it's really important that you keep those things in mind. There are tricks that come with filming that really help optimize the way you look on camera. So even angles and whatnot makes such a huge difference. I get told, oh, you're so photogenic, you look so great on camera, da 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 da. The reality is that it takes a lot of pictures to get one good one. So you need to know that this is not like, I don't just go bam and get a fantastic picture. It's not a one and done type thing. The angle is set up so that you don't see this. Like, the reality is that there's tricks. So when you're looking at people, keep that in mind, because otherwise a person can start to kind of, you know, get a little whatever. So that's just my little pep talk for you. So what I wanted to do first is show you my skin in daylight. So without a ring light, I'm going to show you a clip of me in daylight, and then also a clip in natural, or like just like room light, because then you get to see all the imperfections, and I want to show you those before we even get started. So this is my skin in light, like natural daylight. So you get to see kind of what it looks like in that kind of light. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like just in like regular house light. This is more in just natural light. So as you can see the wrinkles. You can see the creases in my eyes. See here? A little bit of crepiness. So yeah, that's my skin in just regular light. So the reason why I'm showing you this is to just show you what a difference lighting, like when you're filming, the light that you use makes you look a lot more glowy. You know, in natural light, you see those imperfections a lot more than you do in daylight, like brighter light, or with camera lights. So I want to show you that, because a lot of times we see people in you know, the optimal lighting and go, wow, they look so amazing, when in actuality they look absolutely their age. So first, my skin is really dry and it's progressively gotten drier. I also am, I am certainly not a skincare expert by any means. This is just what's been working for me. I'm still looking for actually better products that will work. I kind of budget pretty tightly with my skincare. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. So yeah, I have to really love a product to want to spend a lot of money. So I tend to look for more affordable options where possible. So what I'm going to do is start first of all with the things that are kind of behind the scenes that I couldn't live without. And the first is cotton rounds from Costco. I love these. They're a tighter weave on the cotton and they don't tear apart. They stay really, really secure, so you don't ever get fuzz on yourself. I also like that there's a kind of a rough side that you can actually pull off if you want, and then it's just the cotton round. But I like using this rough side actually to remove my mascara. So these are the cotton rounds I use. And the first thing that I do is I use Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. I've been using this for years and years, and I use the normal to sensitive skin one. When I see the dry one, if they're when I've seen it, I'll pick that one up. But this is the one that I've been using currently. And I first kind of take off all my makeup using these sponges and the micellar water. This works particularly good on taking off my eye makeup and foundation-y type stuff. Works great. I find it's gentle. I prefer it over some sort of eye makeup remover. So this is what I use specifically to take off my eye makeup and kind of rub to get my mascara off. And then I'll also use it to kind of just start to break down the makeup. And then I go in with CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. This is for normal to dry skin. I'm almost completely out of this, so I've been using this for months and months. Before that, I used the Drunk Elephant Jelly Cleanser, but I found that one a little bit more drying. So I've been using this, and I use it with a Clarisonic. This company has gone out of business. If this thing breaks down, I'm going to get one of those Foreo things, which I'll link everything below. But what I find this is great for, honestly, is in exfoliating. So I don't use it so much to cleanse. It is cleansing. I use the facial cleanser on it, so it's taking off my makeup. But I particularly focus kind of in here, in any areas that tend to get a bit dry for me. I use this, and I use it kind of like an exfoliant. I go really gentle on my cheeks. Because my cheeks are very, very sensitive. I use this literally every day. I couldn't find the charger for a while. So for about a month and a half, not too long ago, I didn't use my Clarisonic, and I started to get huge, kind of skin, my makeup wouldn't sit right. It was just uneven, horrible. As soon as I started using this again, massive difference. So this to me is a godsend. When this quits, I'll get a Foreo, I think they're called. They're kind of pricey, but for me, they're just it's just an awesome tool that I can't live without. Now, after I use that, I'll potentially go in with a little bit more micellar just to get off any residue. And then I go in with Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic. Now, for me, this is a more gentle chemical exfoliant. That's how I use it anyway. It could be wrong. This is a skin resurfacing toner that exfoliates and brightens your complexion. That's what its claim is. So I've been using this for a long time, and I again feel like it really helps to keep my skin tone even, keeps the blemishes down. I love this product. I don't find it too drying either. So I use it almost every night. This is again a little bit more gentle than some AHA type lotions. or AHA type products. So this one's a little bit more gentle in my opinion, and it works really, really fantastic. The next thing I want to share with you are a couple serums. I really like this Ole Henreickson Truth Serum Collagen Booster Vitamin C complex. So I'm almost out of this one and I'm really tempted to buy another one. I don't know why, but my skin feels a lot nicer when I wear it. So just have been really enjoying this product. And then I also have enjoyed Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair multi-recovery complex. I've been using this at night. Same thing with this vitamin C one. Like this one I've been using more in the forehead, around here, because that's where I find the majority of my wrinkles are. So I've been trying that. I ran out of my cream that I'd been using for about a year. And so like I think they were reformulating, but it just wasn't available anywhere. Like normally Sephora had it, it wasn't in store, it wasn't online, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was freaking out because it was my favorite cream. Tried all sorts of other ones from high-end to drugstore, and my skin was just getting so sore and rough and horrible. And then they came out with like a new and improved version. And this is the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyleronic Cream Moisturizer. The texture is like a cream, and the product is just, for whatever reason, super hydrating. It feels really nice on the skin. I really enjoy, like when I put it on, it feels like it's like water for my skin somehow. It just feels like, So this one I can't do without. I'm sure there's other more moisturizing ones, but this one just gives me the glowiest, wonderful skin. It seems to really work for me. I know I'm getting older and that technically I should be finding more age-appropriate products. Anytime I've tried them, it's not like I notice a massive difference. So maybe I'm missing something. I'm not quite sure how much better they are for me. What I find is any of those ones that are wrinkle reducing, they've got products in that actually really agitate my skin. I've tried things like retinol, and I know I was using this one cream, and at first I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And then as I was wearing it, my skin was getting sorer and sorer, and I just kept on using it because, you know, I've heard, oh yeah, well sometimes retinol, it takes your skin a while, what, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was to the point where it felt like my skin was starting to raise up, and I would put it on, and I almost felt sick to my stomach at night when I'd go to put it on because it hurt so much. And then I'm like, this is insane. Like, this is an organ in my body, and I feel like it's really responding negatively to this. So a lot of those products just don't work for me. Hyaluronic acid I tend to like. I know it's only a surface fix, but this cream I'm just really enjoying. Now, as far as an eye cream, I'm kind of hit and miss with eye cream. Right now I'm using Vichy Idealia Anti-Fatigue Eye Care. It feels nice and hydrating, nice and smooth. Like, it's not like I'm thinking it's amazing. But what is amazing and what I pair with it is, and I don't use this every day, but sometimes I get such massive bags under my eyes. Like, it'll just like puff up, like, you know, like those, like, you know, I think of like a, you know, 70-year-old man who's just got huge bags under their eyes. That's kind of how I look sometimes in the morning, seriously. And so I used to use a cream by Benefit, and it worked fantastic on my eye bags. Then they quit making it. And so I use the ordinary caffeine solution, 5%. This is super affordable. So I just, I'll put a dot of my cream on my hand right here, and then I put a drop, like just one drop of the caffeine solution, and put that on, and it's amazing how much it depuffs my eyes. I use this cream both day and night. I'm still finding my skin is dry, so I'm looking for products or maybe an oil that's going to really help with my moisture levels, because I'm still recuperating from not having this cream in the first place, but I'm just finding I'm getting more and more dry through here. So want to find something that's really nourishing. If you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments. The last skincare product I want to share with you that just blew my socks off was bio oil. This is bio oil skincare oil. So this, I'd always heard about it. It's supposed to be good for dealing with scars and stretch marks in particular, but it said you could use it to for uneven skin tone, aging and dehydrated skin. Yeah, and it's supposed to be great. So I got this from Costco. It was a huge bottle and came with a little one. My son loves this stuff, so he has very dry skin as well. This clears his skin up, so a lot of times if you get blemishes, people think, oh, you've got oily skin. Sometimes it's because your skin's too dry. So whenever he gets blemishes, it's because he's too dry. So he'll use an oil and boom, his skin clears up amazingly. But with this bio oil, I thought, oh, good, it's going to be moisture. And so I put it kind of all over, like not under my eyes, but kind of all over, put this on, and it felt amazing for about 2 days. And then it started to sting my skin. And then I felt like my skin was like stretched so tightly across my face, like it felt like it sucked the moisture out of my face for some reason. So I had to quit using this. But what was amazing was the fact that I have such huge pores in my nose that like I'm scared that if my finger gets too close, that a gravitational force will actually pull my finger into some sort of black hole vortex, because my pores are so ginormous. Like, they're huge. They've always been huge. I've always had the hugest pores. I'm actually self-conscious of the pores on my nose until I used this oil on my nose. I don't know why, but my pores totally closed up. I can't even believe the difference that this oil has made on my pores. Like, it's like they never existed. The pores through here, this oil somehow shrunk my pores. So I don't quite get it. It's the only thing I did different. And all of a sudden I looked at my nose and I'm like, where did my pores go? My makeup lays better. So I actually use this oil on my nose at least every other day. Just a teeny bit of oil on my nose. Sometimes I'll put it here, a little bit here, maybe a little bit here, wherever you've got big pores, and tell me if it doesn't make a difference. It's relatively inexpensive, and I seriously, I'm blown away. Like, maybe I'm the only person, but totally blown away with how this changed my pores. So those are the skincare products that I'm using currently. A couple products that I think really make a difference. Like, again, I'm very, very fair, and I've got obviously makeup on, but two products that I think are amazing for helping with glow is, of course, a highlighter. And this is just a Becca highlighter that I have. I like this one because it's white and I'm so fair. So this one works really good. I've got one from Revolution, like tons of highlighters. The key is you want something that's super finely milled, and you want to be careful when you're getting older. You want to be careful in where you place it. So when I place my highlighter, I only put it in here, and I don't go with something, I want to go with something that's more light reflective than pigmented. I don't want like a big vanilla stripe here. I don't want metallic. I want just a healthy looking glow. So I put that right here. I don't put it too close to my eyes where there's any sort of crepiness. I keep it kind of back right here. So that's the place I put it. I put a tiny bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. I steer clear from my forehead because I've got some wrinkles. So I don't want those to be accentuated. So I've just I've stopped using highlighter on my forehead altogether. Now the product that's really amazing for making your skin look glowy is an ambient lighting powder. This is the lightest shade that they have. It's Ethereal light. I wouldn't recommend this for anybody but extremely fair skin tones, but they have a color for everybody. And essentially you get it and you think to yourself, well, what is this? Like, you see it looks really white here. You put it on and it just kind of disappears. And you go, well, what was the point in putting that on? Because like it's not like a highlighter. It's not like there's this massive bam. But what it does is it just puts kind of like little light particles all over your skin, which helps diffuse the light. So it just makes you look a little bit radiant, healthy. It somehow, yeah, makes your skin just look glowy without it being obvious. So the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, it doesn't seem like it does anything to your skin, but it really does make an amazing difference as far as just an overall kind of healthy luminosity to the skin. So those are the products that I use. The last product that I want to share is a hair product. It's just blown my socks off, and it's called Color Wow. I'll leave it linked down below. It's called Dream Cocktail. It's carbon infused. It's a leave-in treatment, and it says instantly thickens and adds volume. So I use 3 to 4 pumps of this. And the first time I used it, I couldn't believe the difference that it made for my hair. My hair right now, very thin, very limp from losing so much. It's starting to come back. So I've got little pokies about this long all over kind of in my hair. So I'm excited about the fact that it's growing back, thankfully. But this Color Wow stuff, really has worked good to make my hair seem a little bit more fluffy, a little more juicy somehow. I've been loving it. And again, with hair products, I'm the same way. I'm like, is it working? Is it not? This one, definitely, I noticed a huge difference, and I won't be without it right now. I've got lots of volumizing products and cool shampoos and whatnot, but as far as a great product for just making your hair a little bit more juicy, this is great if your hair's thinning for whatever reason. Those are my favorite products right now. The one product that I'm really thinking of getting is an oil from Sunday Riley, or some sort of really good facial oil. I really love the bio oil because it shrunk my pores in my nose somehow. I don't understand why, but it made a difference for me. But I'm really wanting to, I need more hydration. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I should get. So if you guys have any recommendations of something that's working fantastic, please leave it in the comments. Share what's working, share what's not worked for you. And yeah, let's share our beauty secrets. That's it for products. The only last thing that I want to say to you guys is that we're always looking for anti-aging products, that sort of thing. And I get that. You know, we want to look youthful, we want to look all of these things, but I think that there's something amazing about just taking care of your skin. About it not being about trying to reverse the age process. The reality is that we are getting older. And why is it that in our society we don't value age? You know, age is something that we try to avoid. Age is something that we look at as somehow not great, but there's so many amazing things that come with age, such as being comfortable in your own skin, such as having a lot of experiences, maybe gaining some wisdom, growing as a human being, trying new things. Like really, there's never an end to life. So I think that it's really important that we start to change that and embrace our age, embrace who we are, embrace our wrinkles, embrace all of that is a beautiful part of life. There's so many stages to life, and just because we maybe have a few wrinkles doesn't make us less beautiful in any capacity. And really, what really makes a person beautiful is what's inside, radiating out. That's what brings beauty. That's what brings the shine. I want you to shine. I want you to shine with all the goodness of who you are. You know, glowy skin, That's all surface, man, but it's really what radiates from inside of us that really makes us beautiful. So I want to share that with you because, yeah, like anti-aging, not really into it. Like, not to say that I don't go, oh, I'm starting to get more wrinkles, but I want to get over that. I want to get over that and really embrace me and love me exactly how I am. Wrinkles, chub, bags under my eyes, teeth the way they are, thin hair, double chin, whatever it is, I want to embrace me and I want you to embrace you. So there's always products that we can do that to help make our skin feel nice and all of that and make ourselves look glowy or whatever. But I want you to still embrace you and really learn to love yourself exactly how you are. So anyway, that's it. That's my little pep talk. I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.